So obviously, you don't want to give away too much, but what is it? What kind of genre is it? Like, can you give us a little bit of information about it?
Yeah, for sure. So it's so funny. Do you ever get that, like, when someone asks you what's your book about, you suddenly go, "Oh, I can talk about that." It's like
Yeah,
suddenly like really,
yeah.
ooh.
You're like, what are
Um,
you doing? I can't say anything. Yeah.
yeah. No, but so it's a Victorian steampunk. I think
Well,
it's
that's cool.
yeah. I love steampunk. Feel like I don't read much steampunk. I find it hard to actually find books that are the steampunk genre. But yeah, so
Yeah.
Victorian steampunk. Um, I'm not. I think it's more like YA to adult fiction, but it's super the writing styles that I kind of take inspiration from are like Lemony Snicket or like Neil Gaiman. I like that kind of like narrator voice. Like I feel like my narrator is their own character. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, so it's that sort of writing style. But I mean, I can tell you a little bit about the plot because I've been trying to promote it a lot on my Instagram. But so it's basically, yeah, Victorian steampunk, and I've got all of the nursery rhyme characters in this Victorian setting. And I don't know if it sounds silly, but it's basically the plot follows the son of Humpty Dumpty, who's not an egg. He's not an egg in my
Mhm.
story.
Yeah.
Trying to find out what happened to his dad. So it's this whole like kind of bit of mystery. You've got all your nursery rhyme characters in there. It's yeah,
Yeah.
and
That's
steampunk, so
super
it's a bit
fun.
quirky. Yeah.
Yeah. I love it. No, I love hearing about like taking familiar things, putting them in something super unusual, and then you then can apply like a mystery genre or something that's like totally different. Like I just think that's super cool. So it sounds awesome.
Thank you. I'm having so much fun with it. I'm having a lot of fun with it.
Yeah. Well, and I think uh, I'm obviously not writing this, so you can tell me what you think, but it sounds like if it sounds like a lot of fun to take something that you like or is very familiar and do something crazy with it. You know,
Yeah.
like I'm a fan of Star Wars. So it's like, what if I took Star Wars characters and put them in like, Middle Earth or something
Yeah,
like that?
yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Well, yeah,
So
exactly. And I love so fairy tales, nursery rhymes, that sort of thing. I absolutely love them. I as a teenager, I would just read as many fairy tale retellings as were being published. And I just like storytelling tradition. I find it so I always would say if I ever do a PhD, it'll be on fairy tales and how that storytelling tradition has developed through now.
yeah.
So yeah, I makes sense that my first novel that I'm trying to get out um, has something to do with that sort of folklore tradition.
Yeah. That's cool. I just started reading Tress of the Emerald Sea, the one of Brandon Sanderson's secret projects. And
Brandon
it's kind of
Sanderson.
like that. It's like a narrator, like or I think the one character that's part of the Cosmere like kind of narrates it. And it's cool. I like that writing style a lot.
So Brandon Sanderson is another one who I really yeah, his writing style is a big inspiration for me. I love
Yeah.
Brandon Sanderson and I love his writing style.
Yeah. Same. He Everything about what he is doing right now, whether you like his books or not, what he's doing just as an author and for his author business is so inspiring.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's just incredible.
Yeah, he's a legend and I will always recommend a Brandon Sanderson. Like, I have no qualms with ever lending out my Brandon Sandersons. It's always a safe recommendation. He's fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah, well, and actually, so I'm kind of behind on him. I haven't read this. I'm just now getting into the secret projects. But I'm kind of now like someone came into the bookstore that we talked about earlier that we started, and I had some Brandon Sanders there, and they were asking where to start, and I'm kind of feeling like Tress is actually not a bad place because it's not hyper connected. It's in there, but it's of a standalone thing. It's a very easy read. Like it's not one of the big, Stormlight Archive books. I think it's a good entry point.
Exactly. Literally, like the other week, my friend was like, "I want to start reading fantasy. Where do I start?" And I was like, I wanted to give her Mistborn, but then I was like, wait, actually, we'll start you with a little standalone. And she started with Tress of the Emerald Sea, and like she literally messaged me like a week later, like, I'm done. I need more Brandon Sanderson. I want more from this author. And I'm like, yes, see, it's a good way to start on the fantasy genre, I think.